Demu Drapes 2020 Questions with Gayatri Menon. Hi Gayatri.
Hi.
How would you like to introduce yourself?
I would just say Gayatri, but for work purposes and my passion purposes, I would say Gayatri Menon, makeup artist and image stylist. So I give you a little help with all your grooming.
Recognizing the beauty in the world and bringing it into our lives is an affirmation of the life that still exists and is worth fighting for, especially in today's day. Do you wake up each morning thinking, what beauty am I creating, cultivating, or inviting in today?
Absolutely. I think every day I wake up, the most important thing for me is firstly to start feeling beautiful myself and start the day. It's not just the external beauty here we're talking about. We want to feel the love and the beauty from inside first, and that's when you can see it on the outside. And also, I think definitely want to try and make at least one woman feel beautiful from the inside to the outside every day, in whatever way I can, not necessarily with a makeover, but even just being there for her, listening to her, being a shoulder, being her pillar of strength, and vice versa.
What was your first encounter with makeup?
It was years and years back when I was that little and growing up. My mom was way ahead of her times back in India, where we were in Kerala, where she was the only woman I knew who would use eyeshadows. I had not seen anybody else in Kerala using eyeshadows other than the beauty salons who used to do bridals and used to use just the pink or the red, which were ghastly. So mom had her whole palette and an array of colors that she would use, and she was a very dusky, gorgeous woman, and it used to enamor me just to see what all colors she could use on her face and her eyes and look just gorgeous.
The secret to your beauty is?
Secret to my beauty, definitely staying happy. And you want to always have the ones you love, the ones that love you, always around. So that includes family and friends for sure.
What is your favorite beauty product?
Beauty product, my all-time favorite would be a mascara, and everybody who's done a workshop with me or has attended one of my talks will know that I always insist every woman should have a mascara in her bag, if not anything else.
Your favorite fragrances?
Fragrances, I would say the fragrance of nature for sure. When it's just rain and the fragrance of the wet soil, Mother Earth, that's my most favorite natural fragrance.
When it comes to fashion, checks, stripes, or florals, what is your take?
Oh my God. Okay, I should show you. What does it look like today? Definitely floral for today, but I don't think I have a favorite. It's whatever looks good on you. So each woman should know what works for her. It could be checks, and depending on the size of the checks for sure. It could be stripes, but depending on whether it's vertical or horizontal. And prints, big or small. So that's the most important part. Otherwise, there should not be any restriction. You can definitely pick a floral, a stripe, or a check. You just need to either tone it up or down, depending on the occasion.
You are a stylist. If you could style one person, who would it be?
It's, I think, a professional hazard. Whenever I walk out, any woman I see that I feel that I wish I can style her, I wish I could just change something, or I wish I could tell her that this would be better, or you know, just any little help that I can give, I would say any of those women, because that can increase your confidence.
Who is your style icon?
Oh, my mom for sure. She has the most amazing style I have seen for the past 40 years. Obviously, I don't remember all the years, maybe 10 onwards that I would remember, even to date. So the one specific one where I was completely mind blown was when she had her hair shaved off. She had to, because she was going to Tirupati. And later, instead of walking out bald-headed, she used to wrap her dupattas as turbans and wear them with salwars and saris and walk out in style completely. And this was in Kerala, so beat that. And she carried it like royalty.
What's your favorite fashion trend of all time?
Fashion trend. I would say just being comfortable in your own skin. So don't push yourself to wear fashion just because it's fashion. You have to be comfortable in it, and it has to suit you. Those are the two important things. So fit, style, colors all make a difference to your own body shape and color. So always keep that in mind when you adapt to fashion. Tweak it if necessary, ever so slightly, so that it suits you.
What's your worst fashion trend?
The worst that I would think is when women try to wear these really fitted dresses and they have a little belly. And you don't wear this, figure sucking in innerwear. It looks terrible. You have to wear something that doesn't show off your flaws. So that's the worst thing
Fashion.
you can adapt from fashion.
What's your most applied beauty product?
I would always do mascara even if I don't have any foundation or anything on, that's for sure. Most applied, I would think it's a mascara or a gloss for sure, because I don't use foundations every day, especially when I'm at work and appointments. It's very rarely that I would have a little bit of a foundation on, maybe just some concealer sometimes, but I would never step out without a mascara.
How much time does it normally take you to dress up?
5 minutes, that's all I normally have patience for. If it's a little something extra, I would maybe push it to 10 minutes. But beyond that I think you have to really motivate yourself to do that every day. But not more than 10 minutes, I would say, is a good mark for an everyday makeup routine.
What are your suggestions, guidelines for everyday women who don't apply makeup at all?
I would just say skincare. Skincare is the main thing. Then if your skin is really good, you barely need anything on top of that. It's only what you need to accentuate. So unfortunately, because of the mask situations nowadays, you cannot wear your glosses and your more moisturizing lipsticks. You're stuck with a little bit more matte lipsticks. But yes, definitely just a lipstick or a mascara or a kajal, as we Indian women like our kajal, is, I think, the only necessary things. Beyond that is up to you. If your skin is really bad and you want to give it a pick-me-up glow, then yes, you apply more. But if skin is gorgeous and has its own glow, then you need very little help.
What excites you most about fashion?
About fashion, I think it's the styles that I like to push myself and try things that I've not worn. Sometimes it backfires and goes the other way and I look completely crazy, as my family says. But sometimes I like experimenting, and I think my most favorite style is very gypsy. I like a very hippie gypsy kind of a look, and I think I naturally tend towards always picking up things kind of that suit that image.
Okay.
Always.
What do you most look forward to when it comes to fashion?
I think the main thing I look forward to is the new colors and styles that come out each season. It's definitely nice to try and experiment with colors that you've never tried. So for me, colors are a main part of what I like to try. So I think black is my least favorite color. I very rarely pull out a black to wear, unlike a lot of women who have plenty of black in their wardrobe. So yes, I do like color, whites and any colors. So I would experiment with quite a few colors. Some do suit, some don't suit. So a good way I would say is to, when you try on something in a store, try to put it on and take a picture of yourself in the mirror in the dressing room, and then you can view it like a third person, and then you have a better idea of how it suits you. Never with a selfie camera. So that goes even for the cut and the style of the outfit or whatever you're trying on. Always try and look at it as a third person, like somebody else has taken the picture for you. If you have somebody else, then perfect, but if not, just take it in the mirror.
Saying about the colors, what is your favorite color?
I think it's white. not black at all, and definitely white. I have lots of whites of all different things in my wardrobe. The only thing I don't have is a full white sari as yet that I have really liked. So the closest I've come is to a white with slight black stripes. I like experimenting with colors, so even this, the pista, and I have never bought anything in this color before that I can really think of, and I wanted to give it a shot, and I think it really works because of the other bright splashes. By itself, I don't know whether it would have suited me as much, but I definitely like the splash of color. It brings out the colors even more. Sometimes it's a little balance of things that you want to try if you're not too sure of just one bold color.
How would you describe your personal style?
Personal style again varies a lot for me. When I'm working, it's very comfortable. I have my hair always off my face. I don't like my hair anywhere close to my face when I'm working, so it's invariably in a bandana and a bun so that I don't have to worry about it at all. The most comfortable clothes that I can work with, for me, for sure, it's not as much about style at that point, because I don't want to be thinking of, oh, should I pull this up and pick that up and this is uncomfortable here. No, so it's very basic, very casual, comfortable clothing when I work. When I'm at home, I barely bother, so you don't want to catch me when I'm I think most people would understand.
Yes.
Again, when I step out, something comfortable is what I would always reach to first, but if the occasion demands more than that, then I would have to stand in front of my cupboard and scratch my head and then think, pull out something. I like mixing and matching a lot, so I would use my bottoms and my tops in as many different possibilities as possible and combinations as possible. Sometimes teaming it with jackets, sometimes putting belts on. So I think I like accessorizing that way and taking the same top and another bottom and creating a completely different look again. So that way the same piece of item can multitask. So I would say as an accessory or as a fashion statement, I like belts and jackets.
How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Very positive. I try not to think the other way, even in situations where it is pulling me down. So positive for sure. I would say zest for life. I want to see every day to the fullest. I want to be around all the people that make me happy every day as much as possible. So when family is not around, I make sure I try and have my friends or local family around as much as possible. So that is definitely me. I need people. I need people around me. Though I'm very comfortable sitting alone, but I still need people. So definitely. And the third one, I would say, I'm simple. Yes, as high maintenance and fashionable or snooty as I might look. I'm very simple. I like things simple. I like relationships simple. I like life simple. Yes.
Who is the most fashionable amongst the people you know?
As I mentioned, for family, it's definitely my mom, even to date. So
right.
When I want to experiment with something or I'm trying to put something together, I would definitely be, either messaging her or sending her pictures and say, how does this and this work? And do you think it works? And so sometimes she'll give me the complete opposite feedback of what I was expecting.
Okay.
But me being me would still go ahead and wear it if I really want. For me, I feel what attracts me when I see well-dressed women are especially larger, well-dressed women who are so confident and carry themselves so beautifully, irrespective of what they're wearing. It could be a sari, it could be Western, Indo-Western. I think that sheer confidence that they hold, not worrying about their size, is what we need more. So that absolutely is a statement for me.
can you reveal for me one of your beauty secrets?
Beauty secrets, I would say skin, and I'm a complete convert to natural skincare and hair care for the last couple of years, and I feel that has worked. So I really don't like heading towards these instant fixes. So no instant hair fixes and no instant skin fixes. I like the long route and the natural route.
What would you like to be remembered for?
Definitely as being there for every woman that needed me there. I don't want it to be just for my work. Yes, that's definitely my passion and what I do, and I do strive to be good at it. But I also want to be known for having, or remembered for being there for every woman who needed me at any particular time.
Do you have a secret talent?
Secret talent? Well, it's not as secret anymore. I think during lockdown I did post a video or two. I love to dance. That's one of my my very, very personal passions. I usually don't share videos or photos of my dancing, but I just happened to chance upon a 7-year-old video that was taken just a little after we moved to Singapore, and it popped up as a memory in my photo albums, and I was like, oh my god. And being in lockdown, I was missing dancing so much that I think in a weak moment I shared it. Everybody came to know. My mom tried hard to get me dancing when I was little, but I think I was just a little too plump when I was little. I really didn't enjoy classical dancing, so it was much later. It was only, I think, when just before I got pregnant that I started training in Jive back in India. And I got pregnant, so I had to give it a little bit of a break, and got back into it when our daughter was about 6 months old. I was itching, so I would put her on a yoga mat in the studio and she would roll around and I would attend my class. And of course I tried and continued it every time we moved to a different country. And I must say in the last 10 years possibly, it has absolutely taken over my life, changed me as a person, made me much more of an extrovert, I would say, for sure. It has made me understand my body and be proud of my body way more than I was before. So yes, I think I have learned a lot about myself through dance. So yes, it will always be close to my heart.
So Gayatri, we are done with your 20 questions. Now, should we just start with the next 20?
Sure, why not?
Okay, what's inspirational and offers strength to you?
I think, I wouldn't say I'm religious, but I'm definitely spiritual. So, I don't know how it started, but I was much younger when my connection with the higher power started. So, I have got into this habit of having chats with him. It is weird sometimes, but I think it really helps me calm down and have a higher belief and faith that what is happening will change, and I will be given the strength to get past it.
How do you start your day?
I would, normally the first thing would be pick up the phone, and I try to do a few minutes of just quiet time. In literal words, it would be, say, trying to meditate, but I wouldn't say trying to meditate. I would just say it's trying to just bring positive thoughts before I start the day. It doesn't last too long, because before then my head is flooded with what I should do for the day and what all I have to respond to and things like that. So, but yes, I do like a relatively early start. I wouldn't say too early. That quiet time alone, me and my chai in the morning, and just looking out. I think that little quiet time, even if it's 5 to 10 minutes, charges me for the day.
Are you an early riser or a night owl?
Initially, when I was much younger, before I started on this line, I would definitely say I was a night owl because lifestyle was completely different at that stage. So yes, I was more of a party animal, and then things changed, work picked up, and I had started having lots more of early mornings, which means then it was just impossible for me to stay up late. So late nights absolutely cut down, and body started retuning to waking up early naturally. And then I think I started enjoying that. To put it literally, I would say I'm growing older. That's why the change, but I'm enjoying definitely the early mornings now.
What's your favorite thing to eat?
Eat, oh God, I'm a foodie. We are all foodies. Anything you put in front of me, I can eat. So I'm not fussy. I just need food, and as long as I have not cooked it, totally okay to eat anything and everything.
What's your favorite exercise?
Exercise, I would say yoga. Definitely yoga over the last few years, because I have a slight lower back issue, and though I still dance with it, I refuse to stop. So I try and keep it maintained with yoga, and that has really helped. So it's nothing too rigorous or crazy, the yoga. I just do a lot of deep stretching and mild stuff that help my back. And I think it's just after every session that I have felt that I feel so energized, and I feel calm, and I feel like I can go for another 10 hours more. So that seems to have worked. So yes, definitely my favorite, but I prefer it out during sunset time by the reservoir. Nothing to beat that.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Last couple of years, I would say I've developed like a sweet craving. I don't know why. Maybe I should go get some tests done, but I have started enjoying a little bit of sweet after every meal, like never before. So the sweet binge has increased a little bit more, but life is to live. So
something exciting that's recently happened to you?
I was invited to be part of a talk with a few women all around the world, all established business women in their own fields. And one of those women was Dolly Jane. I have been following for many years and have admired how she has built her work and her business, and how selflessly she shares all her work. And similar experience I had with a makeup artist, celebrity makeup artist I happened to do a 3-day masterclass with, was Ojas Rajani. Again, amazing just to see how selflessly and how beautifully they share their experiences, their knowledge, and without that celebrity touch. So it just was really heartwarming, and I think they both gave the true meaning to be a celebrity artist or a stylist.
What are the 3 things you cannot live without?
3 things. Gosh, only 3? Okay, I shall pick the top 3. Family for sure.
Right.
Friends come next. I would say dance and food together.
Most bizarre food you've ever tried?
Bizarre. Wow. Okay. Maybe it's not bizarre for a lot of people, but again, I like trying out different things. So we tried some crocodile meat in Singapore for the first time, and the friends that we had gone with refused to, and they were like, "No, you ordered, you can try and eat it," and it was interestingly nice. So I think that was it was the first time for me. But of course, you have a lot of the other things where you have ostrich meat and frog and all those kind of things I have already tried. So I wouldn't call that anything bizarre. This possibly is something that maybe I wasn't expecting to try and happened to try it.
Your most used emoji?
Oh, I think definitely either send kisses or hugs.
Most used app on your phone?
Most used app, I would say my camera, the selfie. During the lockdown, I think just the sheer fact that I was trying to create content and keep some kind of engagement going on pushed me to start using the selfie camera a lot more.
What's the most expensive piece of clothing in your wardrobe?
Most expensive to me, I would say, are the few pieces that friends very special to me have passed on to me. I treasure them like a piece of my heart.
An expensive thing you treasure most?
Expensive thing, for me, I don't think it's the expense. So if I have found something really lovely that I liked even on the footpath, and I know is not as easily replaceable, or I cannot find another one, for me that becomes more precious than anything. And I would say I have more junk jewelry than actual jewelry. I wear more junk than actual jewelry as well. And those key pieces that I pick up are very, very, very precious to me.
What's your favorite thing to wear?
Favorite thing to wear? Oh, I think is my those harem pants that I wear to work normally.
Okay.
I have them in most colors and they are so comfortable to wear. So when I don't have to think, I literally just pull out that and a top and I put a belt on. So that is my most favorite thing to wear. I could wear it every day in and out.
What is your favorite type of sari?
Being a South Indian, definitely a Kanjipuram sari, for sure.
Okay.
It has to be a Kanjipuram, but that doesn't stop me from wearing any other kind of sari. But if you ask me, the ones closest to my heart are the ones that I would pick up from mom's wardrobe.
When was the first time you wore a sari?
Oh, that would have been my 10th grade graduation then. I was completely awkward in a sari. That was the first time. And I knew I was not comfortable wearing one.
Sari is the most elegant attire. Do you agree?
Absolutely 200% agree. As I mentioned earlier, whatever size, whatever shape, whatever height you are, a sari will suit you if draped and carried well. So it is a piece of fabric that fits any shape and any body. So it cannot not suit you. It's just about choosing the right colors and the right fabrics and learning to drape and carry it.
So do you buy your saris in Singapore?
A few I have bought here, like this one. I fell in love with it. It was something that I was looking for because that was the time when all these floral on linen were very much in fashion. I was not keen on the ones with the little gold border.
How many saris would you own?
Me, personally, if I count the ones that I have bought, very few. The ones that I inherit or keep exchanging from my mom's cupboard, oh yeah, a few. But I keep a very limited amount here, so I would possibly have like 2 Kanjivarams, like one in a different kind. So maximum, I would say 10 to 15.
Who is your sari role model?
Sari role model has to be my mom. Yes, for sure. Because it was watching her drape a sari without any pins that I realized that it was like, wow, how does it stay in place without pins? Though I still like to use a pin or two sometimes. I have never gone out without that one pin at least. Maybe one day I will brave it.
What is Mummy's favorite type of saris? What types?
I would say the traditional again, but not restricted to Kanjivarams. She has a lot of Odissis and from Maharashtra, the Pune saris. So anything that's the Paithanis, traditional from different states, she really, really treasures them. And the ones, I think especially the very few, I shouldn't be saying this, that dad gifted her, bought and gifted her, she really treasured.
What does a sari mean to you?
Sari is complete grace. It is being confident with your body. It is completely being a woman.
Thank you so much. Gayatri, we are done with our 20 plus 20 questions. Thank you so much for giving me your time.
Thank you. It was a treat to be on Demure Drapes.